This is Scorpy Gad, also known as Kimber. We're in the Dub Bunker studio. I am the producer of Arcology and Positive Beat, and today we are talking to a lady called Marcelle Roujade, who has written a book called Black Boys Can't Fly. Hello Marcelle, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, Marcelle, could you tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, etc.?
Well, I'm originated from Guadeloupe, which is a French island in the Caribbean. And I left Guadeloupe when I was 18 years old. I studied in Paris for a couple of years, and I decided, well, why not try London? So I came to London, and I've been here for about 30 years now.
Okay, when you say London, which area of London do you reside?
I live in Ladbroke Grove.
You live in Ladbroke Grove, okay.
Yes.
That's where we are at the moment, the great Ladbroke Grove.
That's right.
So, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, it's a long story, really. I have two children, and a boy called Anthony,
right,
and a girl. And since the boy was 7, he wanted to be a pilot.
Right.
So I really wanted him to have his dream.
Right.
And basically that's where that book come from. So
Okay.
It's just really his journey and his story.
Right. Is it okay? So when he was young, he always wanted to fly planes, yeah?
That's right. Well, I have to say, I work for an airline.
Okay.
So since the day that, he was born, he always traveled with me. His first flight was to the Caribbean to see my his grandparents. And then after that, by the time both his and his sister, by the time they were 17 and 15, they have traveled the world.
Right. So all that traveling might have induced that bug to fly, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so. Absolutely.
Have you and Anthony had any prior writing experience before doing this book? I've read a draft of your book,
right,
and a lot of it's like excerpts from you. Some of the parts of it is you,
That's
and
right.
some of the parts of it is Anthony.
Right.
Yeah? Did Anthony actually write that, or did you co-write it with him?
Actually, he didn't. The way I wrote the book is when he was away, especially in America.
Right.
And he would call me. So what I would do is basically I would just record the conversation. And I put everything together.
Right.
And at the end, I just okay, let me just take what I need. So over the years, I think he started between the time he started and he finished was about 3 or 4 years. So over 4 years, I just, collect everything, every conversation I had with him.
Right.
Then we just put it on my phone, so I recorded everything.
Fantastic.
And then from there, and it was funny because not very long ago I said to him, "Here you go, you read it," and he was like, "Oh, Mom, that's really good," and he was quite surprised actually.
Excellent.
For what we have.
Excellent. So, how did the title come about Black Boys Can't Fly?
Well, it was funny because at the beginning I had a completely different title, and it was a friend of mine, Yuri, who came and it's just well, I wanted Black Boy Can't Fly, and so when Yuri came aboard, and she's like, well, why don't we try a different thing?
Yeah.
And Black Boy Can't Fly ? And actually it was Yuri's son who brought it up, and we were just well, perfect.
Right. It was your son that said, "Yeah, that's a good
With
good
the
title."
question mark.
With
yes.
the question mark.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually thought it was based on that film called White Men Can't Jump, because it's the same sort of premise,
Oh,
isn't
really?
it? There's a
I
film
need
with
to
Woody
go
Harrelson. It's called White Men Can't
Right,
Jump, and it's
right.
saying white men can't jump. They're playing basketball, and he proves
Right.
that white men can. So it's the same sort of premise, isn't it? You'll
Oh
say,
well, you see, that's incredible, isn't it?
yeah, no, actually, I
Yeah.
thought that I'm surprised. I thought that's where part of it came from, the title, because it's sort of it makes people think, doesn't it?
That's true.
When you see
That's
the title,
true.
"White Men Can't Jump,"
Yes.
you go, well, what, you're sort of intrigued, and it's the same thing.
Yes.
When I tell people about this book, Black
Right.
Boys Can't Fly,
Yes.
straight away it's what? They want to know why. Yeah.
I think the reason why as well, it's just we want people to ask questions. You know, is it possible?
Right.
Can a young black kid, achieve something, not necessarily in flying, but can a black
Generally.
kid achieve their dream? Any
Yeah.
kind of dream.
Yeah.
And I think to fly is it's a metaphor.
Yeah,
You can just say, "Oh, Mom, I'm flying, meaning I can do anything. So we had to have a way of a title that would not necessarily shock but will make people
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
And I think the way we want it to appear, it's just like, okay, yes, it is a metaphor, but we have to look at, is that really true? What about racism? What about so many things? And that's why I want people to say, ask question, you know? And yes, there is a lot of question, but there are so many answers. Because just the way that Anthony decided, well, actually, I'm here because I had a passion. You know, I want to fly, and that's what he wanted to do from the age of 7. You know, and I think it's just a way just to see what everything is possible, given the opportunity.
Definitely,
you know,
definitely.
Yes, it's true that we sacrifice everything for him, you know, to achieve his dream. But it's just so amazing just to see that he had achieved that dream. You know, he has managed to achieve that dream. And sometimes I look at his little sister, because of the relationship that they have. And even the little sister, I mean, she's such a beautiful and a brilliant kid, you know. And the relationship between them, it's just amazing. You know, really, really amazing, you know. And again, it's like, it wasn't necessarily Anthony's dream. But it was a family. You know, and all together we just like get together around him and manage, you know, to help him to achieve that kind of dream.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I mean, what more could somebody want from their parents? You know, to be behind them 100%.
Absolutely.
That's great. So, tell us, how long did it take to write this book?
Well, again, I started, you know, as I said, when he started, so that's probably 4 years, because I follow his journey, and that's what it takes to become a fully qualified commercial pilot.
Right, it takes 4 years.
Well, for him, it took him 4 years, because he went to university for 3 years, and then he did a course in aviation study. So he has a degree in aviation study.
Excellent.
And then the last year, that's where he went into, you know, seriously every day into the flying, and then qualify as a commercial pilot. So it took me, you know, 4 years. You know,
so it's almost like a diary in a sense, isn't it?
Exactly.
You know, because when I was reading it, I was really engrossed in it, in the fact that you've caught some of those moments as well. Right. And so I can see that you've written it sort of on the hoof, like you know, written down those things as they've happened.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of that stuff I don't think you'd be able to capture in you know, looking back.
Absolutely.
You know. Okay. Have you any plans to make the book available to schools and colleges?
Well, I hope so, and if there's anybody listening now, you know, this is a great opportunity, and absolutely, because it is a book to inspire young people, you know, to just say to them, well, you know, it is possible, you know, wherever you come from, you know, whether you rich or poor, for the student, but also I believe for the parents as well. It's like, if your children have a dream, just help them to achieve that dream. You know, I'm not saying, you know, sacrifice everything. You know, it was as a family, as parents, it was our choice to sacrifice, you know, for our kid. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, yes, you know, we should be there and then see them through with their dreams. He has, and you know, you can do it. And I think the record of it is, you know, it's there.
So how is Anthony doing now? How's he progressing now as a pilot?
Well, he's working now. He's working in Indonesia. But at the moment, he's just happy. You know, he's just doing what he loves to do. Fantastic. His passion is to fly. And that's what he's doing. That
must be a great feeling for you as a mother, to know that your son's achieved what he's and you know, he's happy, he's doing what he's doing. That's fantastic. Okay, Marcelle, it's been fantastic talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully this interview will inspire a lot of other people to get up and do something on the level that your son has done. And I hope that one day we can get your son in here, and do an interview with him. Because that would be actually fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Marcelle Roujade,
the
author of Black Boys Can't Fly, very nice to meet you, and thank you for coming to the Arcology studio today.